Hey, how's it going? I'm just back from a video. In this video, I want to discuss, I've been hearing this from a few people, and I've heard mixed reviews about what kind of the thing, but some people are just talking about, because the new year now is 2019, we're about a week into it, but I've heard a lot of people say that 2018 is like the worst year ever. I've heard it on a lot of social media, I've heard it from some friends, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on the year a little bit, and just ask you guys what you thought about it. So, without further ado, let's get in. I still talk a little bit softly because my parents both asleep, so if I'm not like screaming anything out loud, that's why. 2018. Honestly, to me, it wasn't, I'll be honest, it wasn't like the greatest of years in my life. Like, I wouldn't, like, out of all the years I've lived my whole life, it probably would be like the bottom. I don't even know if it'd be the bottom. It was just kind of meh. Like, it wasn't really, nothing really horrible happened, but it doesn't feel like anything, like, spectacular happened either. It just was kind of like this. It just kind of went, like, in a straight line. Like, just, like, it felt like a very average year to me. Like, I mean, I had some struggles in it, kind of the freshman school year, and it wasn't the greatest, but that wasn't, like, awful. I think I also have tougher times in 2018. My reasons are a lot of other people. I think a lot of people's reasons tend to be more social or just like social media stuff. I don't know. I don't even know exact. I know some people say just because all a bunch of celebrities died this year or something. Which, I mean, rest in peace though. I'm not trying to say they don't deserve respect because they died or anything. I'm just saying that celebrities have died in the past though. And it seems that people are making a little bit bigger of a deal now than they should. And there's a difference between showing respects, but you shouldn't like base your whole year around that. I mean, I know some legends passed away this year, like notably Stan Lee, and there's a couple of ones. What was his name? Stephen Hawkins, Billy Graham, George Bush, and a lot of those people. Don't get me wrong, they're all good people, but it just, I feel like people or like XXXTentacion, I remember when he passed away, that was like a big deal. No, I'm not bashing people at all. It's just I feel like people base their life around celebrities so much. In this, like, if one of them passed away, it's like they're just like, some people just, I've seen people before that have just like, I mean, they generally just like sob for days. They just, and I understand too why you can be sad about a celebrity passing away, but it's like, I feel like that's the reason some people are saying 2018 was such trash. I don't even know stuff like that happens all the time. Like, every year celebrities pass away. Another thing I've also noticed too was just people seem to complain about the news a lot and what's going on. Personally, I'm not a big person I almost never watch the news. I almost never look at it. To me, it's just always just junk and just absolute crap, and nothing ever good happens in it. And I really don't care much about what's completely unless World War III is about to start, or we really, really need to be concerned about something. Like, I really don't care completely much, because it's never anything good though. I mean, the news isn't ever gonna highlight, and I'm personally not a big fan of a lot of media outlets. I mean, from either side, I just don't care much. It's never good. It feels like they'd rather highlight, like, murder or tragedy all the time, which the rest of people's victims are not bashing them at all or anything, rather than they never point out, like, the people that go out and volunteer or donate a lot of their money to charity or go help sick children or just do a lot of, like, those people never get on there. It's like, it's just, you never see any of that. So I feel like people are just entrench themselves so much in the news sometimes that they just think the whole world's an absolute just crap hole. I've seen people like this. I know people who literally sit on the news all the time. It's like, why do you do this? Nothing good ever comes out of it. Why do you keep doing this? And a lot of it's hard to avoid too. I mean, I'll hear people from word of mouth at school something. I'll hear people on the streets. I'll hear people on Xbox, Instagram. It's just, we're so connected as a world today that it doesn't matter how hard you try and avoid stuff. You're always going to hear about it. I mean, unless you were to completely barricading yourself in your house, have like no Wi-Fi, no internet, not socialize with like anyone, outside. I mean, you're just going to hear about a lot of this stuff. And that's the one thing, too, the world is now and always be from now on. It's very, very connected. You're going to find out when something happens right away within minutes. I mean, it just happens. Which can be good or for the bad. I feel like people entrench themselves so much in the news sometimes. Like, I know people just get so sad. It's like, just quit torturing yourself. Most of the world isn't like that. I really do think the world is a good place. I think this bad stuff gets highlighted way too much than it needs to. It's a very, very small percentage of the world. I think at the end of the day, most people are all nice, generally good people that want to help others and just live normal lives. And that's why I try to stay positive. I don't try to look at the news almost ever. I don't want to. I try to stay off certain social media outlets. I don't even be going like Instagram a whole ton. Unless I'm only posting my own pictures and like my friends' pictures. It gets so annoying sometimes. It's so hard to avoid though too. I think that's the reason a lot of people thought 2018 was so bad, just because a lot of people, it just seems like more people are entrenched themselves in the news. It seems like this year. I don't know, that's what I've seen, it seems like. Also, I don't really, for the most part, I don't really know why a lot of people are saying 2018 was so bad. It really didn't seem, it generally just didn't seem, I mean, personally, it wasn't like the greatest, but it wasn't like awful. But I spoke to some people, they've said it felt like a normal year. Some people said it's the worst. I just don't know why, guys. Leave your comments down below why you think it is like the worst year ever, or you think it was good, or your thoughts on the year. I'm just a little confused about it because I keep hearing so much about it that it's like I just don't get it. I mean, a lot of the stuff that's been happening that you hear about has been happening forever, and a lot of the stuff it's not as bad as it used to be. Or it's just been same stuff forever, and somehow just gets, I don't know. Like I've said, I'm not targeting anyone or going after anyone, any groups or certain people or anything. I'm just saying, it seems like people are so entrenched in like their phones, the internet, and the news today. Like I feel like sometimes it's almost gotten out of control. I feel like people complain way too much about politics all the time, rather than trying to do something or... Well, more so, not so much politics. I just feel people complain so much about things that don't really matter. Like, me, I don't care too much politics. Like, I'd rather try to be like, the volunteer club I started at school, so we can try and help people who actually really need help to help get them food if they need something, or help make them blankets or something. Like, I feel like people should focus more stuff on that. Like, helping people who actually really, giving people helping hand, like, going to the food pantry and volunteering, going to like a food drive or a homeless shelter to volunteer with, and just any sort of things, just so many things you volunteer with. I feel like that's the thing people in 2019 should try and do a little more, is trying to get out there more and volunteer. And in our city I live in is known for being very helpful volunteer. I'm not trying to rub that in, guys. I'm just saying we have a lot of people, a lot of organizations, a lot of volunteers, but you never see those people get on the news. You're not going to see the thousands of volunteers getting their spotlight, what they should do. Those people I feel like should really be on the news. Those people that deserve the attention. And it's kind of sad, too, that I realize. I mean, a lot of people will never get known in life or really ever a lot of them probably never ever make it on the news. And I'm very optimistic, and I hope a lot of them can. Just people don't want to see that. I mean, they'd rather see something bad happening, which I don't know why, rather than something like good happening for the community. So I feel like that can make things better this year for people who are struggling with seeing the cons and stuff. But overall, I don't think 2018 was a horrible year. I'll be honest, it wasn't like the greatest. Like I'll be honest, I was still kind of freshman year, kind of recovering from concussion still. It wasn't the greatest, but it definitely wasn't horrible. I don't even know what. It seems like for me, my years, half of it will be, like, really fun, and the other half will just be kind of like, eh. At least that's what it always is. Like, I mean, first half 2017 was, like, the best years of my life until I got the concussion. The second half was just kind of like, ugh. In 2018, with the first half, it was just kind of like, ugh, and just kind of didn't feel the greatest. And the second half was all just solid and good. But, again, this is just my thoughts on the year. Tell me what you guys thought about the year, and if you thought it was a good year, bad year, explain why. And I just want to hear your guys' thoughts. Say whatever you want to say, just keep it appropriate. And yeah, thank you all very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I post videos at least 3 times a week. Preferably, I like to go 4 or 5. My goal is to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we've already gained about 20 in the past, 3 or 4 days, which is good. Which, that's just incredible. Which I'm just really, really happy about. Oh, my neck. But thank you all very much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. And see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.